Hey guys, it's Chandra here with Indirect Knowledge, and welcome back. So, quick little story before we get into this reading tonight. This very rarely ever happens that I'm in the middle of giving a reading or doing a reading, and literally in the process of doing the reading, the future changes. And that's actually what happened here tonight. About 9 minutes into doing a reading for Oksana here, um, everything got interrupted. The computer shut down, the recording stopped, everything was interfered with. And it tells me, I really got this very, very strongly. And intuitively, I was picking up in the process of doing the reading that something was happening or something wasn't, jiving, and that I needed to do another complete and utter different reading. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm just trying to just decompress for just a moment because I picked up a lot of things from the other reading. I'm going to try my best to kind of clear the air here and do a really nice reading for Oksana. So the question is how does Daniel feel about me now? And we're going to find out. How does Daniel feel about Oksana now? How does Daniel feel about Oksana now? How does Daniel feel about Oksana now? We're going to cut the cards. I need to do it like that. Okay, and so we're going to do a 7-card reading for this. First card is going to be about the past. Then we're going to look at the present situation. Then we're going to look at the future situation. That's going to give me some insight into what I've already been picking up already about Daniel and his feelings towards Oksana. Then we're going to look at the answer. Answer is going to give us some revealing information as far as unlocking the door to what the outcome will be. We'll look at the outcome a little bit later on. After we look at what the answer card is, and we're not going to cover it too much in detail right yet because we'll have to wait till we get to the outcome in order to really be able to take full advantage of that. But we will get to the energy, and the energy is the card that will follow the answer card. And that card is going to give us an insight into the current situation, like what's going on right now. What is what's happening? Give me the info. And then next card after that, we'll look at really the kind of the emotional side of things, like what is Oksana really wanting from Daniel, and get a little insight into that, and then we'll move on to the outcome. Let's get started. So the first card is the past. So just like in the other reading, Daniel is starting off with these cards from the Major Arcana. These are life-changing cards here. And in this particular card, we get from the past Temperance. Temperance is about having patience. It's about taking your time to do things in a nice way in order to be more perfect in the outcome that you produce from that. So it's about not getting in a hurry necessarily. It's about you're trying to look for perfection in things. You're trying to really balance things out nicely in order to get something of higher value, like the best possible whatever it is you're looking for. The present situation right now is this. It's a very good card. It's one of joy. This is the Ten of Cups. Cups are about relationships, and the Ten of Cups is like you've made it. You've gone to, you've reached a certain pinnacle, like a certain level of accomplishment, achievement, and it's very celebratory at this point. Like you're able to be comfortable. You're able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can enjoy your family and the times that you spend with family. It's really important. And it's a relatively really good card. Both of these cards are good cards, by the way. Let's look at the future about 3 months out. Death, it's about change, transformation. Nothing stays the same. But when this card comes up, it's not normally. It has sometimes, I've had readings where it has actually identified like a death in the family or the death of someone. But in this particular case, this card is talking about transformation and just things changing. Like, it'll be a different paradigm shift. It's not going to be the same as it was. Okay, that gives me a lot of insight into Daniel and his feelings towards Oksana. Let's go to the answer here. Okay, the answer is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is about stability. Oftentimes people get married during good times, it's about celebrating, so it's another good card, a really good card. But it's about stability. It's about being able to stay the course. But we'll get there in a minute when it comes to identifying the outcome card. Let's get there first, and then we'll come back to this answer card. So now we have the energy surrounding this Ten of Cups. And we said that the Ten of Cups was a really good card. It's one of you've kind of reached this level of success in your relationships. Maybe you've gotten married, you've had your family life, things are going well for you, life is good, you're happy basically, it's a sense of happiness. You just feel fulfilled, and it's a by and large a really good card. The energy around this though is this. Okay. We have the Nine of Wands. That guy there looks pretty tired, doesn't he? Pretty beaten up. Kind of has like a bandage or bandana or something around him. He looks fatigued, like he's really leaning on that wand there, doesn't he? Just energy zapped. You're exhausted. You're just. Nines are about endings, and that's what the feeling is around this enjoyment. Whereas things should be in a good state for you. You should be enjoying life and doing things. At some in your mind, and in your actions and things, your actions are defeating all of this, and that's not a good thing. The energy is counterproductive in regards to the relationship. You've got what you want. I mean, you need it, but why are you just? You're making more out of it than it needs to be. So now we're going to look at Oksana and kind of your energy. Kind of what your hope is, or your desire, your wish, kind of your attitude, your general attitude about this whole situation of everything that's been going on lately with Daniel. You got the Chariot. The Chariot's a good card. It's also in the Major Arcana. Now, you have Temperance, Death, and the Chariot. They're all Major Arcana cards. And these are all these have to do with our life progression, the life lessons that we need to learn. This has to do with things that, kind of where our progression is in terms of things. And right now, your attitude or your energy or kind of where you're at with things is this place of strength. I mean, it's not so much about mental strength, though. It's more just about physical strength or, being healthy, being able to weather a storm, get back up on the horse, giddy up and go. Your energy's good. You're in a strong position, a place of authority. You can get what you want. And that's really where you're coming from as far as this goes. And this is really for you more than it is for Daniel. This is what you're wanting. And the card is saying that's the energy surrounding it. That's kind of what's going on with it. It's also for Daniel too. Daniel's wanting to be the man, and he wants to take care of his family. He wants to do the right thing. At least right now. I mean, that's where we're at right now. Let's look at the outcome here. I just picked up something. I'm going to share it with you in a minute, but let me give you the outcome card here. No. Perfect. Makes perfect sense to me. This is a Four of Swords. Four of Swords is, I like to refer to it as sort of the supplication card. It's like, the outcome is retreating, meditating, soul searching, looking to your higher self for answers. Ultimately, kind of moving in your own direction, or at least thinking through your next step, what you're wanting next. Definitely about relationships in this. In the near future, the relationship comes to an end. You've worked so hard to get everything that you wanted and balanced out and make it all perfect. And you've had patience with it. I'm talking about Daniel here. You got what you wanted. Everything you wanted was there. And that's where you're at now. I mean, you could have it. And yet, you're going to give it up. Things are going to change. I'm almost getting a sense that maybe Oksana, I don't want to jump to conclusions here or anything like that, but did something happen, Oksana? Like with you? I'm not going to say any more about it because, we're doing this. But you know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm going to leave it there. If you want to ask me a follow-up question about it, feel welcome to do that. And I can give you a private answer if you prefer, or if you don't mind me sharing it online, I'll ask you it online and stuff, But for now, we'll just kind of leave it there. And right now, there's just with that situation of everything going well, it's sort of like, trying to keep it together is really the hardest part of it. It doesn't come natural for one or both of you guys, to kind of keep it together. And that's because, it's just like you're getting to this place of coming to an end on things. The 10 is about kind of this lag between what's about to come, like a new beginning is about to happen. We see that with death too. Death is a 3 card. And usually that involves like some type of a transformational change. And we see that that's going to happen. So the dynamic is going to change. And but it's going to strengthen you guys. It's going to strengthen Daniel too. You're going to be strengthened by it as well. And in the end, really the outcome is going to be that you're just going to have as much conflict. You're going to get more of a rein on your thoughts. And that's really the thing right now that is what's needed, is where you're getting to. And you're gonna eventually think things through, and better decisions will be made in the future. That's a given. And the answer, of course, to the answer to getting what you want, and I know what you want, but the answer to getting what you want is commitment. You have to be committed. And when you do that, that will bring a lot of stability to the whole situation. Okay. And you know, and let me just say that that's what Daniel wants. That's what he's feeling. That's what he's really wanting. He's wanting commitment, and that's really the answer to it. But to get there, you have to do a little soul searching and just really really start to understand this, and you will. You will understand it, and just be aware that um, things do change, and new beginnings happen, and that death card that's there. It's not a bad card. It's just telling you that what's happening right now in this current situation, the angst, the anxiety, the stress, the just feeling worn out, like not having time for the other person, just not wanting to deal with anything, all that kind of stuff, just really just needing to take care of one's own uh, needing to take care of one's own issues before they can really, you know, properly handle like a relationship, or like a family. And it's sort of like you got to kind of get away to do that. You got to kind of you got to get away from it in order to kind of get mentally recharged. Lead rest and renewal, would be good. Rest and rejuvenation, um, rest and recovery kind of thing. And then, um, you're strong, but right now he's not. But he can get there. The answer of it is going to just be more commitment. If he can just commit to it. But that death card is really part of the solution. We're going to see that here happening. There's going to be a change in things, there's going to be a change in the dynamic. But once that happens, things are going to be good. We're going to do a 3-card spread on this. We've got time, and I want to do it. I'm very interested in this. Like I said, I have done this reading. I got 9 minutes into doing this reading and stuff, and I got so much. And the second reading has just really solidified things. But things literally changed in just that small period of time. So it's very wild to me how that happens. It's only happened a few times. So let's do a 3-card spread. We're going to look at things kind of look at things over the next 3 days, starting tomorrow. Today's the 15th, April the 15th, 2021. So we're going to start with April the 16th. We're going to go to the 17th and the 18th. This is just for, peace of mind. Sometimes we just want to kind of get a little insight into the near future. So the next 3 days, this is going to give us some things about Daniel, you, and just kind of get some overall goings-ons here. Cutting the cards. Okay, so tomorrow is the 16th. So for April the 16th, this is Daniel and you, and the general situation and feelings and everything about that. Okay. This is the 5 of Wands. The easiest way for me to put it is just to say every man for himself. Everybody's trying to get what they want out of the situation. Everybody's got different ideas about what they want, and none of them, match. And so the person that, either you or him, the person that is the most assertive, or the person that is the most has the most willpower, is the one that's going to persevere. Probably that's going to be you, because you know about it, and you can already be prepared for it. And he doesn't, probably, I'm guessing. So stick to your guns, and you'll come up on top with that. 5's also about change too, so maybe a couple of things different tomorrow than what you might be anticipating or what there have been recently. Okay, so on the 17th of April, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. 17th, the 17th is going to have you doing things. You can be more grounded, but really what's going to happen is you're going to be, it's a money card right here. This is about taking what you're capable of doing and refining your skills and, you know, making things better. So if you've got skills in relationships, you know, and managing those relationships, those things will be, you'll be more grounded, more able to handle things, and you'll be really able to, and I'm gonna guess, actually, I'm kind of picking up that a lot of this is coming as a result of this reading. That you're just basically getting the, you know, like kind of what's happening, and so now you're actually like laying the groundwork for it, but you're refining things, you're making things a lot more in your favor. That's a really good thing. So, you know, a lot of people don't, you can give somebody some good advice, but it doesn't mean they're going to take it. This shows me that you'll probably be taking this advice come the 17th, and it's a good card for you. You know, you'll see some fruit from your labor on this. It's also a really good card for just, you know, getting ahead of the curve, like with competition and that kind of thing. So that's about kind of getting ahead of the curve. You will also probably be coming into some money or some blessing or something like that will befall you. Let's go on to the 18th. So you had the Eight of Pentacles, and now you got the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. It's like, this is sort of the legacy card. It's tens about the coming to the end of a cycle. It's about, you know, like oftentimes when this card happens in a reading and stuff, usually it's because someone's become very well off financially, or you know, they're not worried by money by any means. You know, that they're very well off, and at this point, you know, they're just, you know, they're helping other people, giving other people advice in order to be able to achieve the same, or, you know, helping people in that kind of a capacity. So I'm guessing, I'm thinking here that that is maybe you'll be giving him some advice or something, or trying to show him a different way of looking at things, maybe. You guys will be really good partners when it comes to like some kind of business or something, or some kind of a skill. But you guys would have some headbutting from time to time with that. But you guys would be successful, very successful. You guys might be more successful as far as, you know, a relationship that's more platonic, that has more to do with working together for the betterment of each other's success. Paired together, you guys would do really well. I mean, in terms of some kind of a business or something. Probably more so than in the love sphere. But that being said, I mean, a lot of couples find greater attachment in terms of love, but they do it differently. Like, not everybody has the same setup as everyone else, like when it comes to love. Some people, they really, it's about service, you know, and it's about helping each other for the betterment of each other's good. And then in that regard, trust can be built, and that's what I'm picking up here. That's what I'm picking up here. So when we go back to the reading before that we just talked about, this does shed some light on it for me. It's like, you guys just need to work together. In the beginning of doing that, you're going to have some butting of the heads. And it's not just going to be you guys, it's probably going to be some other people involved in this whole thing as well. So my advice when handling that is just to put your foot down and you know, let your idea be the top idea. You know, don't budge. Don't give in, is what I'm telling you. And also, whatever it is that you do it better. And you're going to see a lot of payoff as a result of doing that. And finally, you guys work together. And if you guys can do that and stuff like that, you're going to see a lot of financial gain as a result. And yeah, a lot of positive things will happen as a result of it. So, okay, well, that's the reading, and I hope, Oksana, you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or, um, as your tarot coach, I'm here for you. Drop me a line anytime, and I'll be happy to help you any way I possibly can. Overall, I think that Daniel feels like, he and you can work together, and I think he also feels that, I know he loves you, but it's like right now he's going through some of that, there's just that, I don't want to say guy stuff, that sounds sexist, but it's just kind of like that, it's like masculine energy of like, just your thoughts are jumbled. You really don't know how to feel, so you feel like you're projecting yourself. You're trying to fit in with it, but at the same time you're almost like disconnected in a sense, and that's like, so nobody knows exactly how you feel, and that's where he's at right now. But he loves you. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But it's sort of like, you know, there's just some conflict and stuff there, just like some, he's got a, it's about, maybe he's just a little, he feels like he's a little in too much over his head or something like that. And he's not, he's in a good position, the real key to it is just, strength in that, like if you're a strong person, you need to just maybe encourage him to be strong, is what I'm saying, and maybe help him in that capacity. I get a sense that that's really what's needed here in this case. And, the money is going to follow and the success is going to follow. You guys have it great. I mean, as far as the material and as far as family life and everything, it's all good. It's just that, in the process of having everything that you want, there does come that extra baggage of the, you got to keep doing things, and that can cause exhaustion. That can cause you to just burn out. And then there's also the just that mental conflict that sometimes pops in there. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, by and large, things are going to be good. I mean, things will change, like the negative sides of things will change, but it's going to only change for the better for you guys, honestly. So, okay, well, I hope that helps you a little bit. And if you, like I said, if you have any questions, I'm your tarot coach. I'm here to help you. Always here for you guys. And, please hit the like button on this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That goes for everyone watching. And if you hit the little bell icon down below, it will actually get you notifications on your channel, so that every time that I do a tarot reading for someone, you can actually get, you'll be able to watch it and check it out and, see what's going on. And maybe learn more about the tarot, and just kind of get a different perspective on things is always good. And yeah, so please, it's always a good time. And, it's, if you need anything, please just reach out. And again, if there's any other psychics out there, any other divination individuals that do different types of divination, and you have something that you want to share with Oksana, please, please do so in the comments below this video. Guys, I'm going to call it a wraps now. We're just about 30 minutes in, so I hope that this has been a good good experience. Overall, it's a pretty good reading, is what I would say. Few things, but in life, it's just how it is. We sometimes have some hurdles or things that we need to get over, some changes that didn't need to be made. But that's all going to happen, and it's going to happen nicely, and that's a good thing. I'll see you guys on the next reading. Thanks so much.